There we go. Hello, and are you the one that people call Arnie, Layla, and Mia, and much more second? So I get it right. Hey, Bo, good to see you. I've been watching your IG posts. I've been watching everybody's IG posts. So cool. Oh, you're welcome. Hey, Sean. Good to see you. Brother Sean. Midnight. Oh my God. Well, thank you for coming by. If you must leave or fall asleep, I'm not going to take it personally. Believe me. I know what it's like. I was up till midnight last night and I didn't even mean to be. I was just like, oh, I can't sleep. Mwah, ah, ah. You're funny, Sean. Oh my goodness. Oh. Ding. Oh, good. Thank you. There's Mark. Oh, he put in a new picture. Cool. You put in a new picture, Mark.
No.
No, that's the same one that you had before?
One I've been using for this.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what to do about the delay. It just happens, and there's really nothing that I can do about it. It's the equipment that I have and how many people are using this, I guess, server. So I apologize for that, even though there's nothing I can do about it. I wish it was better. I know there's like 2 other people streaming right now that just started streaming at 5. Shalene is one, and Sammy is the other one, I think. Yeah. So I'm thinking of changing my time to something a little earlier because there's nobody streaming earlier that I know of. So I'm thinking about instead of now, like 2 hours prior to now, and it's 5 o'clock my time. So I'm just thinking about maybe coming on at 3 in the afternoon my time, because Sammy didn't stream today. Who was that? Okay, there was somebody that was streaming today. Yeah, Friday is really quiet at the moment. I don't know. I guess it's coming into the busy time of the year too. So maybe that has something to do with it, like people not being able to stream because they're busy with family and school, etc. Yeah, college, university, and all that, and then probably retail is going to pick up like any minute. 7 p.m. for you? Yeah. Michelle was earlier. Yes, Michelle was earlier. True. So can everybody see and hear okay? Right. Alex is taking a break. I read that. It was very unfortunate that she felt she had to do that because her streams were pretty cool. So thank you, Starbuck. How you doing, Starbuck? Oh, Rochelle, I'm sorry. Thank you very, very much for coming by. I hope you feel better soon. Aw, you gave Sean a sparkly heart. That's so sweet. I like the sparkly hearts. Oh, Rochelle, you're sweet too. Well, wait a few more minutes, and just so we can make sure that everybody who wants to be here can be here before I really get into the meat of what I'm going to do. I had a pretty fun night last night. I got to see some people that are really close. I feel really close to. They feel like an extension of my family, even though I've only known them for about 3 years. And it's this couple that have 4 kids, and the kids, they all gave me a hug when they left. It was so sweet. And it was just, I haven't seen them in so long because of my health. So they came to the door. She messaged me earlier in the day yesterday, and she said, "Are you going to do trick-or-treaters tonight?" And I said, "Oh, yes, they're just too delicious to pass up." Oh, sweet, Sean. I hope you post them because I really would like to see that. I should do the same. Only I'm not going to have gin. Yeah, but anyway, so we stood outside in a nice cool night and talked for a little while and passed out candy, and it was really cool. I got to see some people I haven't seen in a while. And she's actually one of the mediums that I keep talking about. She's a medium, but she's also runs the paranormal group here in my town, and her husband works for the animal control for Apache Junction here, and he's helped me out a couple times, like bringing me humane traps for cats and such as that. And he's really good. They're both really good people. Both really good people. They homeschool their 4 kids. Well, mom does. Dad works all the time. Not one knock? Oh, man. I hope you... Well, I want to say I hope you didn't have a whole lot of leftover candy, but maybe you wanted it. Oh, my goodness. 850?
Yep.
Oh, my God. That's a lot of candy. That's a lot of candy.
Yeah, I mean, you figure it out, that's probably upwards of $250, $300 worth of candy.
Mark says it's like $250 worth of candy. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. Well, first of all, I want to show you what I've been up to as far as ephemera goes. I'm following this person on YouTube. Oh, for heaven's sake, now I've forgotten. The Paper Outpost, I think it's called. Anyway, she made these little flip downs. They're little pockets out of pages, book pages. And I have tons of book pages because I got a few books. But I put this one in a Halloween theme because I love Halloween. So there's 3 pockets on the inside. And I put little stamps on them, but you can still journal on them. 1, 2, 3. And then when it flips up, there's another pocket right here. You can put something in that. Oh, no, you can't because I put the Velcro on it. Anyway, there's one on the back. That's okay. And I stamped them and stuff. Used old music. And this is actual vintage music sheets. And I believe that the book is an actual vintage history book from 1967. Anyway, it's really fun. I love doing stuff like this, as well as painting and coloring and drawing and all of my artistic endeavors. So I just wanted to show you guys that because it's fun, and it's I'm gonna start doing some ephemera stuff too because I've got tons of stuff. So there's that. And let's see. I think the last time I had a you just sent me something. Oh, it's on my phone. Oh, there it is. Ha ha! Okay, guys, I'll see if you can see this. maybe I can. There we go. There we go. Agatha, what's wrong? The doctor said I can't have kids. Now, food allergies aren't the end of the world. That's funny, Sean, because I have 0 food allergies. Thank you, Sean. That's funny. Hi, Brittany. Oh, I love those things. So last time we had a request to see some of my old sketchbooks, and I went digging around and I found an old sketchbook, and I found some old rolled up sketches. So I thought I'd bring them out and I'd show you a few things to give you kind of an idea where I started. So these are from, look at this. This paper is so brown, and it's like, this is from high school. And it was like one of my first perspectives. It's just a room. This is what I wish my room had looked like when I was in school. But really, if I had drawn piles of clothing all over the place, it would have been more accurate, because I didn't like to clean my room. My mom always had a problem with that. Couldn't figure out why. Maybe she thought there was somebody buried under there. Let's see. And this is a pastel that I did. Half of the things that I did when I was in high school were horses. This is just a little pastel drawing. And there's no date on it. I didn't date it, but it's from like 1981, I think. So there's that. And then this one, check this out. I don't know if any of you remember this paper. This is the paper that you used to get computer printouts on. And my art teacher brought it in one day because she got a whole roll of it. And she's like, we're going to use this. And I was just like, cool, I can use this. Anyway, here's a little drawing that I did. Candles on the outside of the window. I don't know why. Still learning perspective, and that one's from probably I signed it, but I didn't date it. Boy, my handwriting used to be awful. And then there's, some of these don't have anything on them. This is some more stuff. It's stained. It's just basically doodles. So there's a unicorn, an ankh, and a crystal ball. An eye, a little pentacle. Oh, this is a study for another drawing that I did. I put this in a bigger drawing. This one up here. It's in a drawing with a dragon. It's 18 by 24. Yes, I did an 18 by 24 with a black background in graphite. Holy moly. Talk about a lot of lead. Sorry about all the rattling noise. There we go. And there may not be any more in here. I think I just saved this paper because it was at the time. Oh, it was good paper. And this is one that I started. I don't know if any of you remember the group Yes. Roger Dean, the artist Roger Dean, did a lot of their album covers. And I love his work. So I was kind of emulating him here on this. And of course, it's stained. I have no clue what that is, but it's at least 25 years old. The stain, the picture too. So maybe someday I'll finish this because it was coming out kind of cool. I kind of like it. And then I've got an actual sketchbook. And it was in the thumbnail. And the thing then, this was more recent. It was like 2005. And some of this stuff, and yes, I wrote the word front on this because I took the front cover off. And I didn't take it off. I just covered it with something else because I didn't like it. And I wanted to use this as my front because it's chipboard. So anyway, it's a lily. And I thought this part looked like a tongue, so I titled it The Tongue. Let me move this thing here. Oh my gosh, Sean, don't tell me that. You're making me feel old. And this is kind of a surrealist bones thing. This is a mask. I actually did a clay mask like this that I made from a mold that I made from a baby doll's face. And like a doll that you get at Walmart. I got the doll and I made a mold from the doll's face, and then I put the clay in the mold, and then I fired it and painted it. So, and this was actually like this on the clay because I tore it and I didn't know what to do with it, so I just gave it devil horns. I don't know. This is just a quick. I was in a car when I did this. It's just a quick dead tree. We went by. There was a really huge fire. North of us, up by Sholo, Arizona, and it burned acres and acres and acres, hundreds of acres, probably thousands of acres. And this tree caught my attention, and I just kind of held it in my mind while I did the drawing. But yeah, it's a burned tree, and then these are all burned trees. Let's see here. And this is from my writing, my horrible writing from when I went to the art gallery, the art museum. And this is a quick study that I did while I was looking at a huge painting. It's a lady laying on a couch. I don't know if you can see that. She's reading a book. But I just did that real quick as I was standing in front of the painting. The next one's kind of a surrealist adventure. Just playing with shadows and light and shapes. And let's see. This one's really creepy, quick drawing for Halloween. I know, it's creepy. She's carving her own head. I don't know why that's not focusing. Let's try it again. Come on. Okay. Let's see if it'll focus now. There we go. This one is called Kitties, and it's another surrealist adventure. There we go. I actually cropped it when I put it in my gallery, and I didn't fix it before I shut the book. It's old also. It's from 1980 something. See, that's a quick face study from November 2005. Interesting. Something that I was doodling. And more doodling, just a little teapot on a stove. And then I was making a tattoo for someone, and they changed their mind. So I was just like, yeah, I like it. I'm going to keep it. And then that one's kind of a funky little surrealist adventure again. I like doing trees, and trees are one of my favorite things to do. As you can tell, here's a better example of a tree that I did. It's an aspen. I was actually waiting to go to class one day, and I was sitting outside in my car. And I liked the way the light was falling on it, so I just kind of did it. That is from February 2006. Another quick face study. More studies. Laura and Sparkle, welcome. Lulu, hi. I'm just taking you guys on a little trip through my old sketchbooks. Here's it, because I love doing fabric. Here's just a quick fabric study thing. Of course, no date because it was just a doodle. This one actually has a date, even though it is a doodle. Just 5. I don't know what year, probably 2006, because the previous one was 2006. Hey, Mrs. Coffee. Welcome. Hi. Oh, and here's the bug. Actually, there's a little story behind this bug. This bug is almost life-size. See my hand? See how big that bug is? It's almost life-size. It's a little bigger than life-size. It's called a rhinoceros beetle, and they're all over the place up there in Sholo. And they're really gorgeous. They're beautiful. I wish I had done it. I wish I had colored pencils at this point so I could do this. I may copy it off and color it just so I can have it. They're like 30 different shades of green. They're just absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, I took the bug home and I made it my pet for about a week, and then I brought it back to school and I let it go. I found it in the school parking lot, in my college parking lot. So anyway, I put it on my desk and I drew it, and half of the girls in the class were like, "Ew, my God, get it away." I thought it was funny. It's slightly bigger than life size. It was huge. I mean, huge. Here's another quick study with shadows and fabric. And this was actually part of my front yard. This is from 2007.
Sean's gone to bed.
Oh, Sean, sweet dreams. Sleep well. And let's see. I think that might be it. But yeah, this was our burn barrels. These were our burn barrels. And these stumps are where we would chop wood. The burn barrels were for trash. And behind here, what I didn't put in was a whole field of juniper trees, which I'm highly allergic to. But maybe that I had a subconscious thing about not putting them in there. That's it. That's the last one in that book. A couple more things though, which I'm kind of proud of. If I can. There. Now, when you're going to university and you're in an art class, one of the things that they require you to do is build your own canvas. Well, I had already done that. I had already been doing that when I was going to this 2-year college. And I thought, well, if one of the things that I'm required to do is build my own canvas, why don't I just build a bigger canvas? So I built a canvas that was, oh my God, it's 5 feet tall by 3.5 feet wide. And these are the preliminary sketches. This is art, so I don't consider this porn. So please just be advised if you've got children, there's a little bit of nudity in these sketches. Okay, so I'm not going to take them out. I'll give you a couple minutes, seconds for you guys to hide the kids' eyes and all that. It's no big deal, but I feel it's my responsibility to warn you. Okay, here we go. So on this canvas, the huge canvas, these are the preliminary sketches. Here's the first one. And I was playing with something very important, and that's foreshortening on this hand. Oh, sorry. On this hand. Foreshortening is when something is coming toward you. I think I've explained it in another live stream. But it's when something is coming toward you, so it looks funky, and it's just a bunch of collection of shapes, and you have to really kind of, play with it to get it right. And my love of drawing cloth and all of that, it's called the shroud. And then this is a second picture that I did. This one is much sadder and a lot more G-rated. But it goes with a poem that I did. And I didn't put the snake with the mouth open like that in my painting. I did a tree branch and I put red birds on it. But those were my preliminary sketches for that painting. And if you go to my Facebook page for my gallery, it's Raven's Eye Studio on Facebook. You can see the huge painting. I think it's there on the first, like on the picture that I use as my ID picture, my profile picture. These I don't know if you're going to be able to see them. These are watercolors on some really nifty, stiff water paper color. There's my grade, by the way. I got an A. It's from an Arizona Highways magazine photograph, but it was my first wash. With and it's really hard to hold because it just wants to snap right back. But it's my first watercolor wash, so I feel like I did pretty good. Ready? Going. And then this one is actually an ocean, like And it's so pale. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see it. It's really, really light. But I tried. Perhaps I should go back over it again now and just redo it because I didn't fix it. I think I might. Just tape it down.
Paper textured?
It is textured. It is watercolor paper. I believe it is.
You can actually see the texture in the video.
Oh my God, that's so cool. Mark says you can see the texture in the video. So that's awesome. But yeah, it's like, I believe it's cold pressed water paper because it's got a really rough texture. And but it's so old. But it does tell you something though. It's good paper. I mean, it didn't yellow. It's still in really good condition, even though there's watercolor all over it. And I think I might just tape this down and repaint over it. That might be a good adventure. So that's my old sketches. That's part of them anyway. I have, oh my God, I probably have 5 more sketchbooks and a box full of loose sheets. So I didn't want to go into all of that because we're here to color. So here's what I have to color for today. And let me see if I can make this light go. Oh, sorry. There, is that better? Maybe you can see it better. Looks kind of washed out. This is grayscale. It's light grayscale, so it's going to be a little difficult to see. So and I have the in the description of the video, you can see the there's a link to Mariola Budek's store, and there's a link to this particular PDF. So if you want to get yourself a copy, that's where you go. I'm going to start with her skin because I love doing skin. So I'm just going to start with her skin. And I think I'm going to take out my fancy schmancy, Now, you know what? I think I'm just going to do this in, Prismacolors. I've got all of my skin tones right there. So it's good. It's cool. Okay. Hey, Pat. Hey, Zeely. How you guys doing? Oh, Mark's feeding the animals. He's not actually feeding kids. We don't have kids. Okay, I'm going to get some water. Oh, it's much better. Woohoo! Okay. So let's go. I didn't pick out my colors yet. Let's see. Let's go with, what's this? Chestnut and clay rose. Is that clay rose? That's clay rose. And what's this one? This looks good. Maybe not. If I bump the camera, I apologize in advance. I have very little space here. How about seashell pink? And then for the extreme whites, I'm going to be using, if I can find my pencil. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Apparently it's buried. That's okay. I have more. I have spares. Yeah, there we go. The Luminance Titanium Buff. There it is. Okay. We're good. So how was everyone's Halloween? I'm going to sharpen these while I look at chat. Oh, Jackson had 11 teeth pulled. Oh my God, Pat, that's terrible. Oh, the poor guy. Okay, Mrs. Coffee, look away. It's good to have you here. Man, 11 teeth. Holy moly. That's a lot of teeth. I know. But you know what? It's way better than them getting impacted and infected. And oh my God, that talk about pain. Wows. Oh, bridges. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's probably a good idea to just go ahead and do that. You know, that eggshell is almost, it's just a teensy bit darker than this buff titanium. That's interesting. And cool. Very cool. So here's some big news. I don't know if you guys follow Lisa Matrakin. She has been doing these collaborations with, she calls this group of girls, ladies that she gets together with, the vintage witches. They're not witches. They just call themselves vintage witches because they work magic with vintage photographs and interpret them into their own artwork. And she's been posting videos and posting progress stuff in the videos, or putting progress stuff in the videos to show you the process that goes into it. One of the things that they did was the unconventional witch picture. And they all used the same vintage photograph for their witch. But another thing that they did was they each picked their own vintage photograph and interpreted that one. And though they picked 4 different ones, each of them picking a different one. Well, Lisa and I were talking in chat, and I was just like, oh my God, this is such a great idea. I love vintage photos, and I use them in a lot of my work. And she said, you do? Well, would you like to join us? And I was like, okay, without thinking. And apparently we're going to do a drawing of a vintage photograph, and we are at this very moment currently trying to find photograph to draw from. That's not a problem for me because I have a whole bunch of them on my drive in my office on my big computer. But oh my God, I'm like, what have I gotten myself into? I'm so nervous. And this is like, it's 2 months away. It's 2 months away. I mean, the deadline is. And I'm just like, oh my God, what the heck did I do? Oh, geez. But on the other hand, I can show you, if I can find it, I can show you one of the pictures that I did from a vintage photograph. And again, there is nudity in this photograph, but it's very toned down. But if I can find it, I will gladly show you, because it's a good example of how I used this old, I don't even know, it's a Ziegfeld Folly or something. And I just wanted to draw it the second that I saw it because it's so beautiful. Here it is. So here is the, I hope you guys can see that. It's washing out a little. Anyway, here's the picture, the picture, the original picture. And this is my drawing, or the beginning of my drawing. And I had so much fun doing this, but I'm just like, oh crap. I am, you say that I've got this, Pat, but I'm working with some extremely talented ladies. These ladies are just incredibly, and I'm just blow your mind talent. You know, you've seen it. And I'm just, wow. Yeah, I kind of got myself into something here. So anyway, I'm super excited and I'm super nervous. And I mean, I'm just like, holy moly, what do I do now? You know what I mean? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm putting down the chestnut. I'm going to start, let's see, where do I want my light to come from? I think I'm going to want my light to come from this side so I can color the butterfly really brightly and not have to worry about too much shadow on the butterfly. That seems like a good plan. So I'm going to shade this side of her face darker. And again, I apologize for the lightness of this picture. Like I said, it's light grayscale. So it's going to be hard to see until I get it, start getting it colored in. And you guys know I'm just defining my shadows. I'm looking for my outline, and I'm just going really, really lightly. And if you hear clanging, it's the dog licking his food dish because it still has minuscule amounts of dog food in it. There we go. Now he's done. He's drinking his water. $10 says he goes back to his bowl, starts licking it again. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be turning my page, just to warn you. I think I'm going to go in some sort of large circles here. And I think I'm going to turn on the overhead in the other part of the room because I think I need some more light. As long as that doesn't bother you guys, as long as you can still see okay, then that'll be good. Does that look okay? Mark, what do you think?
Yeah.
It's okay? All right.
I think it looks fine.
Okay, because I just needed a little bit more light. And she's going to have some shadow. See where her hair is coming down? That's blocking the light from her neck back here too. So she's going to have a little bit of a dark shadow back there also.
You just have to be a little bit careful because for some reason at the very top center it washes out.
The very top center it washes out.
Yeah. It's a reflection from the lamp.
Okay, yeah. Mark says it's a reflection from the lamp at the top up here, where he says it's washing out right here. So eventually we're going to be able to see it all. In fact, I can go up there and I can shade some, and then.
I was going to say, usually when that happens, as soon as you shade that area, it tends to go away.
Yeah.
But I think it's just the paper. That's all.
Okay. I am going to try to prepare a water droplet, water in how to draw water droplets and water, stuff like that for Sunday. Streaming Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific. I know you guys are all in different time zones, so I'm horrible with time zones, and I apologize. I will always be horrible with time zones. Wherever you are, it's 2 p.m. Pacific here. I don't think, and we're not on.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
What?
Sunday, I think, is when the clocks change.
It's to Sunday?
Yeah, so we will no longer be on Pacific time. We'll be on Mountain time.
Mountain time. Okay. Mark says Sunday our clocks are going back, so we'll be on Mountain time.
Ours aren't. Everybody else's is.
Yeah, everybody else's is. Arizona doesn't turn their clocks back, but we'll be on Mountain time on Sunday. So don't forget that. I'm going to try to do the water drop. Pat, are you listening? Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm going to try to do a water drop tutorial, and it may not take the whole time, but I'll try and stretch it. I'll try and stretch it out and give you guys some good pointers and stuff like that. It's a really good skill to learn because you can use that with all kinds of stuff if you want to, especially if you want to add some details to your drawings where there aren't, like if you have a big leaf and you want to add a raindrop sitting there on that leaf or something like that that wasn't there, that the artist didn't draw in, you know, it's really good to do. And it's also, it's just really fun. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do that Sunday. I was going to try and do it today, but I couldn't find my old sketchbook, and I couldn't find any of them. And I knew they were around, and if the rest of them are where I think they are, there's no way I can get to them right now. So I was looking through some really old stuff, and I found what I showed you. So yeah, it took me a while to do that too. I'm going to get something to drink. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's good. Let's see. Yeah, you can see it a little bit better now. That chestnut is really helping. We're going to go a little bit over here. So I don't know if anybody saw it, but Laura was interviewed by Kim. Laura, are you still here? Was it Kim White? I can't remember her last name. Anyway, Laura was interviewed, and it's an excellent interview. It's just so, I mean, it's so relaxed. And I thought it was really cool how they were both fangirling over each other. I would have done the same for sure. And but yeah, you know, there's a lot of cool stuff in there. And what I thought was really neat was that they brought up some stuff that made me see that it seems that there are some common grounds between pretty much all artists where we struggle with certain similar things. And it made me feel better, you know, like I'm not the only one out there that struggles with this stuff. It's it's actually not that uncommon. So even though I'm, you know, I'm no spring chicken or anything, it's still good for me to hear stuff like that because it makes me see that we're not all dissimilar. We're not as dissimilar as you might think. So that's a good thing, you know, common ground. So yeah, but they're both really cool ladies. You should watch the interview if you want to. I think I put a link for it on my on the channel's the Crafty Cauldron's Facebook page, so you can go there and find it. Watch the whole thing. I mean, it may be almost, I think it's like an hour long, but that's not that long. Well, not when you consider the content and you understand, you know, you're talking about stuff that's you can't maybe define in a few words. So yeah, but check it out. Check it out. Or you can go to Laura's page and while you're there, you know, find the link to her Etsy store and grab a couple of PDFs because you know you want to. Because Laura has some really cool stuff to color. And on her page, oh my gosh, you guys, on her Facebook page, she's posted, she's working on a new coloring page. And it's really cool. You should see it. Oh, good, Pat. Wait. Wow, you guys, so many of you live in the UK. Isn't it late there? Heather. Oh, right. Very cool. Heather's a cool lady. Really light, barely any pressure. Just kind of letting the pencil do its work here.
Oh my gosh, it's 12:45 for Amanda.
Oh, Amanda, 12:45? Whew, night owl.
She's the same as Greenwich Mean Time.
Oh, okay. Mark says you're the same as GMT. I don't know if you guys can hear him when he talks. He's sitting a few feet away on the couch in the, technically it's the living room. 12:45. Oh my gosh. Woo!
Well, big thank you for being here then.
Absolutely. Thank you. thank you for being here with us and enjoying some coloring time. Let's see. It looks like she's wearing kind of a, I don't know if you guys, it's on off screen. It looks like she's wearing some kind of shawl or something. Yeah. There's a sleeve there and there's a sleeve there. So we're going to, yeah, I know. There's a, it's better now. So you guys can see that she's got like a wrap or something on. It's off the shoulder. So there's going to be a bit of shading in here. And I just have to figure out which of this part is her hair and which of this part is not. It looks like it's all hair from here to here. So that means I'm going to shade here. And this is going to be really, really light because it's her unexposed skin. It's not like arm skin that's, you know, out in the sun a lot. Yay. It's pretty good. Love this color. This color is just so gorgeous. This chestnut. Let's put a little shadow beside. See, that's hanging down in front of her face. So it's probably going to be over here somewhere. Yeah, that's good. And I'm going to say that this is going to need a little bit of shade here, right where her arm meets her body. Her arm is lying against her body right there. That's going to need some darker shading right there. And the great thing about doing this really light is you can erase it. Well, most of it. So, and there's other ways to fix. There's other ways to fix. Oh, I was watching this, speaking of effects, I was watching this really cool tutorial on how to make teeny tiny, like decorative journal, teeny tiny books to decorate your big journal with. They're so cute. You make them out of like little boxes, like makeup boxes and stuff. They're adorable. Oh my God. But I've been making those, something like those. I wasn't making them out of paper. I was actually making them out of teeny tiny leather scraps. And the leather was glued onto like cardboard. And then that was my book cover. And then I'd use a tie binding for the binding, for the, to fasten the signatures inside the book. And this lady was using an accordion fold, which is totally cool and much quicker. Because you don't have to cut a whole bunch. You just have to cut strips and then glue them together and fold them accordion, like an accordion, back and forth. So anyway, they're super cute. Yeah. And I've been watching a lot of those. I've been watching a lot of all of my colored pictures. People are posting their pictures for October. Super cool stuff. I like how everyone's is different though. You know, some people will post a video with them talking about what they did and what they used. And some people will put it to music and not post, you know, any voice with it, just music. And either way, or any way in between, I just think it's cool that people are coloring and they're posting all these pictures. And yes, I'm going to do that. I intended to do that today and I didn't get to it because I was stuck I was stuck in the storage room trying to dig through stuff and find my sketchbook. So apologize for that. I need to post more videos so I can get my hours. So anyway, it's good. It's all good. This shadow, Mark's over there laughing. What's going on here? Pat's comment. I can get lost in Instagram and Facebook looking at, oh yeah, for sure. Sleep is overrated. How I hear that kind of a lot. Let's see here. Yeah, it's good. Getting a little bit of definition. I want to shade up here on the opposite side of her eye. My favorite place to shade because of all the little curves. And inside here, down the side of her nose. And here's where we can define how narrow or wide her nose is. We can just really lightly bring that over. I think I'm going to give her kind of a slender nose. It's because it's delicate, and the whole thing, the whole picture just looks delicate to me. With the butterflies and all that. And I think I'm going to bring that up and define that a little bit more right there, because it is on the shade side. Yeah, make that a little darker right there. Oh my goodness. Oh, Pinterest. Yep. There's another one of those websites that you can just like keep looking. Okay. Just going really super light right here. And I think I need my little eraser. There it is. Because there's some weird stuff going on here. Looks like there's scratchy bits inside the lead that are making little dark bits on my picture, and I don't like that. I want it to be smooth. Okay. Hopefully that'll take care of it. There we go. Maybe that'll take care of it too. Now there's a teeny tiny little point on my pencil. Yeah, that's better. There we go. Yeah, that's much better. Just going really light. I want to get under her nose too. Don't forget about the ball shape on the end of her nose. You want to shade underneath here too. A little bit at a time. There we go. Getting quiet. Oh no. Oh no, it means I'm concentrating. A little bit of shade on this side of her eye. Of course. Just going over that a little bit. And then there's going to be a curve right here because of her cheekbone. I really like using the light grayscale because I can change shapes in the face so easily. Either light grayscale or something with not a lot of lines, like a few lines and not really heavy black lines. And you can just change it. You don't really have to go over it so much. Like sometimes if you have really dark lines, you have to go over it with something light to get rid of the lines. And that, I don't know. I still haven't found. I tried white ink. I tried Posca. It seems like no matter what I try, I mess it up. So I'm just going to keep trying until I find something that's going to work for me. I tried, Laura suggested this. So I got some of this bleed-proof white. And I'm not sure, but this one might be a really old bottle because it's kind of gloppy. And I was thinking maybe I should put water in there because it looks like it's almost dried up. And the cap has been on. It just seems like it's really thick. But I don't want to put water in it because I don't want it to be, it's supposed to be waterproof, I think. And I don't want to ruin it. I don't know if adding water to it will make it not waterproof.
That says to add water to it until it loosens up.
Oh, yeah? Okay, I'll try it then. Maybe I should put it.
Says she struggles with white highlight.
Oh, really? Oh, gosh. The highlights I don't have a struggle with. It's the getting rid of the black lines when I want to get rid of the black lines.
Pat says it will not ruin it.
Okay. All right. I will try it. So Sparkle, what about white highlights gives you trouble? Where to put them or
just a little at a time? Oh, Pat says just a little at a time.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it. Orange. So we're still working. I'm just going to make this darker back here. I'm going to go over this again with another color probably because it's a really dark, deep shadow back there. But I just wanted to make sure that I know it's a dark shadow back there. Don't want to lose track of what I'm doing. And then over here too, light shadows. Just a light layer, and then under her lip.
Sparkle says everything.
Everything.
It just looked like I've tried to add white pen and failed.
Oh man. Well, only thing that I can suggest is just first of all, make sure that you know where your light source is. Don't change your light source. There's one thing that really will destroy any illusion of highlights and shadows in your drawing, and that is when you forget where your light source is, like I do sometimes, and then I have to erase and start over. And but yeah, don't make sure that you know where your light is coming from, because that will determine where your highlights will be. And then don't make them large, make them very, very small to begin with, until and then if it doesn't look right with them very, very small, then try, making them a little bit bigger maybe, or if they don't look right, maybe make the surrounding area a little darker instead of putting in more white. But slowly, very thin, very delicate layers, no drastic anything, because I mean, if you want it, gradually is better because you can't always erase.
So when you were talking about the light source, remembering where it is that why you were using the sticky arrows?
Yes, that's why Mark wanted to know if I was using the sticky arrows because I was marking my light source, and yes, that's what I was doing. Okay, she's looking okay. Got eraser bits on there. So now I'm going to move on to the clay rose. I've got to get some of this stuff off of here, because if I get bits under my page, it's going to make bumps. All right, it's better. Okay, so I'm just going to start very lightly, start all the way back, because I want to blend this color in but I also want to bring the clay rose out further, just a little bit, because there's still some white here that I want to deal with. Oh, and look, she doesn't have a bow. Let's give her this little shadow right here.
Layla and Mia say, when I color, I have trouble blending from one color to another.
Okay, Mark says that Layla and Mia, you have trouble blending from one color to another. Overlap with light layers. And it may take like multiple layers, but it'll work. It's just something that it takes, sometimes it takes a few layers. And yes, I get impatient too. And oh my God, sometimes I just want to crush that, you know. But it pays off. It pays off to go slow and do your layers thin and delicately, and take your time. And just make sure that, like what I'm doing here, I'm just putting in, I'm blending my darker color with my next lightest color. And I'm doing it by, I'm starting way over here where the darkest color started. But if you were to look at this, it might not even look like I'm laying down any color, but I am. I mean, if it was totally white, you would see it. But because it's not totally white and the last color I put in was darker than this color, it doesn't look like I'm really laying any color down. So just know that if your pencil lead is sweeping across your paper, it's leaving color, whether or not it's really noticeable or not. Whether or not it's really noticeable is irrelevant because it's there. So just keep going and keep doing it. The same thing, just over the top, very, very lightly. And don't be surprised if you have to do like, 4 or 5 layers. I promise you that by the time you get done with all those layers, if it's done right and it's done delicately, you will be happy with the result. Because it's laying down color. It really seriously is. I'm going to bring that out some on her neck. Just really, really light. I like the way she's got her head kind of tipped to the side. Stop it. Keep going here. Bring that color. Because we want her to have some color in her skin. We don't want it to be all eggshell. She's not that kind of girl. She's got some color. Oh, I just did another picture that I finished, and I gave this lady really kind of sort of dark skin because I just thought, let's do something medium. But this is the one that I finished today. And she's got kind of sort of medium dark skin. So I was just kind of experimenting with this one. There's your snaky. Never really done one that's all blue and purple. But I thought I would. I thought I would try it and see what happens. And I can't remember the artist on this one because my brain is fried. Yeah. But there she is. Polly. Guess I like doing snakes too, because let's see, how many I did with snakes recently? 3, 4? Can't remember. Oh, we were doing this. Let's give her little shadow right here. There we go. And I'm not really worried about defining stuff really well right now. I mean, I'm putting down like guidelines. That'll come later. It always does. But I would like some kind of guidelines so I know where I'm going. Like there, now she's got, can you guys see that? Let me put it up. She didn't have this before, but right here on her lip, that bow right there, I gave her that bow. It's not completely perfect because I'm not real, I'm not going to do all of that detail shading yet because I'm still only doing the second layer. So I am doing the layers first. So it's Friday. Does anybody have any plans for the weekend? I know Jackson's probably going to rest the whole weekend, which is good. I would. Poor guy. Oh, God. Oh, my gosh. Oosh. Amanda, I was heavy-handed, too, to start with. Arnie. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. You, Layla and Mia are your cats. Got it. Can't keep still. I don't blame him, really, Pat, because I don't like to sit still either. My first hurdle and my first big surgery was I couldn't do something. I just had to lay there. And it was driving me freaking crazy. I wrote a lot in my journal, but sitting there like that, it was horrible, you know? I guess that's why I've been relatively thin all my life, because I couldn't sit still. It's not hyperactivity, really. It's more like just, I don't know. It's kind of, my brain won't shut off. Then my body follows suit. I'm gonna bring, you know what it looks like? It looks like there was something under the paper. Okay, where's my eraser? I'm going to spot. Yep, there we go. Get rid of that. So we're gonna go back with the darker, which is chestnut, and redo that. That's not bad. Oh my gosh. I oil paint the same way, you know. Pick up a color and you're just like, where can I put this color? It's such a great color. Okay. Huh. Gonna have to add some definition down here too. The lines around her eyes are almost invisible. I think it's just because of the lightness of the grayscale, but it needs to be fixed. So not with lines, it needs to be fixed with shadows, because there's little shapes in here that pretty much everybody has on their eyes. They're not all the same exact shape, but they're just parts of the eye And I love this because this grayscale like this, because I can go in here and I can put my own in. I can make her look, shoot, if I wanted to, I could make her look Asian. I could make her look mad. I could go over this with something really, really nice, you know, kind of thing. Yeah, dudes, I could do it. I love this light grayscale stuff. It's just cool. I'm just gonna go in here. That's gonna be a little darker anyway because it's right there behind all that hair. Curve. Her brow comes down. And this part right here is going to be a little tiny darker. A little tiny bit darker. Right there. And then it's going to come out like a Y. Like a Pac-Man. Sound effects, I know, huh? Ah! Oh my goodness. Okay, now she's going to have some cheekbones. Remember, the cheekbone shade kind of points at the corner of the mouth. So we kind of want to go bring that shadow in the general direction of the corner of the mouth. And yes, I learned that by putting on makeup and reading about how to do makeup better. It's not something that I knew when I started, that's for sure. Let's do this side too. Oh, get in there. And I'm going to make this a little deeper back there. And this needs a little bit of color. Even though the light is coming from down here, from up here, there's still going to be some gradient there a little bit. There's going to be a little bit of a shadow way down here. Just a tiny, tiny bit, like a little whisper of color. It. For now, anyway. For now, we can always change that. Oh, hey, I don't know if you guys are interested, but did I already mention this? Lisa Matrakin posted a video today of her. It's an AMA series that she does for some of her patrons, and then she keeps it in her Patreon account for 30 days, and then after 30 days, she releases it on her Facebook page. And this month's, well, last month at the beginning, she did one at the beginning of October, and the beginning of October one was released today, beginning of November. And in this one, she does, AMA stands for Ask Me Anything. And in the video, she answers some questions, but she also does a shading tutorial. And she shows you the difference between ambient light and candlelight and how to shade and what makes them different. And she uses an egg shape as her model. And I encourage you, if you have trouble with highlighting and shading, if you want to figure out what the differences are specifically between showing something that's lit with candlelight and showing something that's lit with ambient or light from all over the place, like daylight, go watch her video because it is really good, very well explained. She takes half an hour, half an hour, an hour, I'm not sure, but it's a good long time to discuss and give you pointers on how to do this, and it's really great. So yeah, you guys, go to her page, join her Facebook page, and you will always see these tutorial videos that she does. Last month she did one, Skeletons in the Moonlight. She did another one where how to color a black cat without using like fur strokes. Excellent video, and something I would have never, but I'm super excited to try it. I just haven't been able to yet. Other things, how to color a face, how to color skin so it looks dead, but it's still like, quote, glamorous, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, that was from last month. I can't wait to see what she has for us for this month, because they're all just incredible. So yeah, look her up, Lisa Matrokin. If anybody wants to put a link to her Facebook page up here in the chat on right now, that would be cool. I would appreciate it. Also, hey Kenny, how are you? Oh, she's being right back. Hey Belinda, it's good to see you. You're pixelated. Oh no.
We've been having problems.
You have?
Yeah, I don't think it's on our end per se, because there's quite a few people saying they're having problems with buffering and pixelating. Starbucks seems to be the only one that's not having any problems with the picture.
Oh my gosh, darn it. Okay. Hey Mark, do you know how to put a link in the chat?
I can figure it out. It just took me a little bit.
Go to, are you on Lisa Matrokin's? I would greatly appreciate it.
Facebook page?
Her Facebook page, yeah. If you're not on, Mark, not on the Facebook page, I don't think you can do it, because I think you have to be part of the page, you know, a member page of the group.
You should be able to get her link.
Maybe. I don't know. I've never done it like that. Mark's taking a crash course in how to put a link in chat. What's her YouTube? I'm not seeing.
You talk about to her
Facebook
book?
No, her Facebook page.
Oh. I ended up going to her YouTube by accident.
Uh-huh. Hi, Charlotte. It's good to see you. Oh, right. I know, Belinda. I know. It's okay. Hey, Shalene. How are you? We are coloring a Mariola Budek. Beautiful picture here. Well, I am anyway. I don't know what you guys are doing. Okay, I just tried to have. That's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. You do have to be a mod. Mark, go to the 3 dots at the top right and click share and copy to clipboard, then paste it here. Got that? Oh, there we go. Facebook. There it is right there. Mark got it. Crash course. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. My eyes. I swear. Having so much trouble. I need new glasses really bad. This is looking funky. Oh man, go over this part. a little bit too, where the shadow is falling from her hair, because it needs to be just a little bit darker. And then I'm going to go around it with this color and just this color, because right now I'm going over it, over the swatch that I put in earlier. Just real light. And then we'll just fill this in with this clay rose to make the gradient softer. Mark got it, I believe. Sneaking. Yeah.
See, I really think it's YouTube that's got the problem, because according to the little blurb at the bottom underneath the live stream color and chat title, it says 2 waiting. And normally I get the time it's been on and how many are actually on and all that.
Huh. Okay. Mark says he thinks that the trouble with the video today is the live stream today is YouTube, because of what he is seeing when he looks at stuff. So I apologize. I don't know what to do about that. And equipment right now.
It's YouTube, there's nothing you can do about it.
No, right. He says if it's YouTube, there's nothing I can do about it anyway. So bummer. Dang it.
Well, it's Friday night.
It is Friday night. So I'm just going to color. Oh, sorry, guys. My tripod is right by my hand right now, because my hand is, see my hand right here? My tripod is like 3 inches away from my hand. And I'm holding, I'm out of frame. Somebody needs to rattle my cage, Mark.
Sorry. I didn't realize you were coloring down there. I thought you were just moving something.
No, I'm coloring. So last night I lit a few candles and I put them outside the front door, just like for ambiance. And one of the candles that I lit was like this 8-inch tall white ghosty candle. It looks like a ghost in a white sheet, right? It looks like a white sheet over somebody. And the wick, of course, was in the top of the house. And I lit it. I got it at the thrift store. I buy almost all of my candles at the thrift store because there's usually an abundance of candles, and most of the time I don't care what color they are. I just like candles, and I don't like scented candles, so I don't generally get scented candles, and if I do, I burn them out. I try to anyway. So anyway, I lit this candle, and I put it in this huge glass terrarium, and because I didn't want it to go out, and the glass terrarium protected the flame, but halfway through the night I had a headless ghost. I thought it was really funny. So when the family came to visit us last night with all the kids, I looked over and I saw it and I said, "Oh my God, I have a headless ghosty." And the little boy laughed. I think he's like 7 or 8. He's so cute. Okay. Oh, I am switching to Seashell Pink, PC1093. And if you guys need numbers for the other ones, I can do that too. Just let me know. Holler. Put it in caps. Oh, thanks, Charlotte. Oh, good, Shalene. I'm glad you didn't have a problem. I hate having a problem like that. It's just pain, huh? Pain in the drain. Okay, I'm going to start from the top. And I'm going to blend this with all the rest. I'm slightly blend it, but I'm also going to color lightly and more out here where it's still white. Because this is pink. What is it now? Seashell Pink. And I want her all her skin to be colored. I want all of her skin to have a pigment, but I just want her skin to be as dark as the shaded part back here. And that is blending really well. I like this color on top of these other colors. It is really nice. So yeah, so if you guys have a skin combo that you want, try Chestnut. And this is Prismacolors. Chestnut PC1081. Clay Rose PC1017. And Seashell Pink PC1093. And those three together seem to look really, really nice together. I mean, I am really happy with this. So we're on our third, 3.5, 4 layers here. Wow, that looks really nice. I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't know if you, but I'm going to lift this up. So hopefully you can, up here, right here. Is that focusing? There we go. So this part is the part that I've done right here. It looks really, really cool. Very, very nice. Are we focusing? Okay, awesome stuff. Is it getting any better?
Not on my end, but hopefully on everybody else's.
Thank you, Kenny, and Zeely, and Sparkle, and Pat. Wow. Oh, look at that. I forgot to shade something over here. These are going to probably be right against your skin, but they still need a little bit of shadow in there. So I'm going to take the chestnut and just do like a little tiny bit of shading right in here. I'm saving it. I'm saving it. There we go. That's much better. The weather has been so nice here. It's nice and cool at night. It hasn't been really, really hot in the day. Friday! Yay! Weekend's starting. And I appreciate that you guys are spending part of it with me because I consider this Friday night the beginning of a weekend. I do. I always have. Even if I was working on Saturday, I still figured Friday nights were part of the weekend. Nobody. I wish I could go back to work. Oh. I think it's time to take the puppy out. Yep, Mark's going to take the dog out. He's whining. So bring this over, and I'm going to try and make a nice smooth gradient on her nose here. You know, it's funny. I approached my colors and drawings lately as each one of them I'm doodling. I'm just doodling. I'm just playing. Oh no. Please wait while we try reconnecting.
Oh, no.
How many of you can still hear me and see me? Can you guys hear me and see me right now? Okay, Sparkle. Okay, Pat. Okay, Starbuck. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, guys, thank you, because I just got a warning here that said that the connection needed to reconnect. Yeah, that was really eloquent. I know. Dang it. Okay, guys. And if it happens, if it drops me, I'll just come back. I ain't done yet. Still working on that gradient here, and I am going to leave a little bit of white. I'm not going to color in the tip of her nose at all, because it's that's going to be the extreme highlight right there. That's a part that's going to pick up a whole lot of light. Okay. And I can see that this needs to be darkened through here, and it will be in just a moment. And so my big plans for the weekend are, I want to go to our Goodwill store. I know that sounds kind of cuckoo, but I love thrift store shopping. I absolutely love it. And mostly it's because of the treasures that you can find. I mean, I consider the things treasures. Other people might consider them junk, but I have this thing where I use a lot of things that I just kind of hold on to. In fact, I've been looking for things because I'm getting some ephemera stuff together, and I apologize that I haven't done it yet. I'm getting some ephemera stuff together to put into my Etsy shop. And this last me out, so I've been great, and it's really difficult. But like, I made this thing. This is like a little, it's a journal insert thing, and it's got a little writing space here, and it's got a little booklet, a trifold booklet here inside this tuck, and it's got, this is a pocket with cards you can write on, and old scraps of paper and stuff like that. And then I colored this one. It's got some torn paper in it for you to write on. And then this stuff, Christmas wishes, a little poem. And it closes, oh, sorry, that closes like that. And then there's this old vintage music paper, et cetera, et cetera. And the vintage music paper I've had for 10 years. This paper is actually a printer paper, copy paper, and it's a sky with some puffy white clouds on it. And I've had this since high school. I know, crazy, isn't it? It's just followed me all along all this time. But yeah, you know, oh, there's a better example of it. And I've inked around the edges. I'm going to put a picture on here. I want to put a fairy picture on there. But yeah, so a lot of this stuff I just held on to, and I was just like, don't know why, but I'm kind of a pack rat. And I've gotten rid of so much lately, but I still have all this stuff. So this is what I'm kind of doing. I'm kind of just putting stuff together like this, and watching all these how-tos on YouTube. And oh my God, it's so fun to know that I can take things and make things out of them that previously they weren't. Like this. This is a page. This came from a page of a herb book that's super old and falling apart, but it's a teeny tiny book with some vintage music sheets, little pages. This is the kind of thing you can stick in your journal. You know, you can hook it over the top of a page, or you can just stick it in your back pocket for, like, if you have something you want to write notes about. And the reinforcement is an old ribbon with the gold border. And this one's another one I made. They're made out of playing cards and old book pages. This one's got a Salvador Dali painting on it. It's called 3 Young Surrealist Women Holding in Their Arms the Skins of an Orchestra. So I put the title of the painting that this is here, and then I put the artist's name on the back. So there's Dali right there. It's the same deal. It's tied in. It's got old craft paper on the inside, and then it's got parchment copy paper on the inside, just a little notebook, ties shut. And these are made out of just old playing cards. And, you know, it's funny. I got in some kind of grab bag or something. Oh no, I put that in a knot. Well, oh well, that's okay. I have like 15 decks of playing cards, and some of them are vintage playing cards, like pinochle cards and stuff. And I've just had them all this time in a box. And I didn't want to get rid of them because I use cards sometimes, you know. We play solitaire and stuff, and there's other things that I love building card houses. I know, I'm weird. I will admit it. But yeah, you know, there's all kinds of stuff you can do with them. But I just recently found this tutorial on YouTube that shows you how to make those little books with the playing card. Now, you can go on, I think it's the Paper Outpost or Trading Post or something like that, and find the tutorial for that. But if you guys want me to, I can always do one for this channel too. Oh, I know. You know what, Charlotte? I love having something with all kinds of little hidey pockets and folds and tucks. They're so fun. Oh, Sparkle, you used to read cards? Did you read the traditional playing deck cards, or did you read tarot cards? Oh, neat. That's so cool. I have about, oh my gosh, 20 decks of tarot cards and all over the place in this house. I was thinking about doing a flip through, a tarot card flip through. I don't know. I don't know if anybody would be interested in that, but I might scare some people away. I don't know. I don't want to scare anybody away. A lot of them I got because the artwork is just incredible. But some of them I got because I actually read them from time to time. I have a friend that's much better at it than I am, though. She's just incredible. When it comes to reading cards, spot on every time. So now I'm... Oh, you collect them? Oh, wait, cool. Yeah, I was selling some on eBay a few months ago, and I actually had the round mother piece deck with the workbook and the textbook, and dang, that thing was worth a lot of money, and I sold it for not that much money because I didn't want to. I don't like to overprice things. It just bothers me. That's why I like YouTube, because it's basically free. You guys can come and check stuff out for free, and I can go and check stuff out for free, and everybody's happy.
Yes. Thank you.
Anyway. Oh, now he barks. UPS just came to the door, and the UPS guy knocks and says, UPS, and Mark is like, okay. Oh, it looks like my meds. I get my meds mailed to me. Because we have to, because our insurance says that we have to go through Express Scripts mailing service in order to get them. Otherwise, they won't fill my prescriptions, which is cool. But it took us 6 months to get the doctors to cooperate. What is it?
I have no idea.
Oh, no.
This is Amazon Fulfillment Services.
And the other one is from Tim P. Is it from Tim P?
This is from Phoenix.
Phoenix? Here, let me see it. So, you guys, I might have Happy Mail. What is this? SurePost. This is, I think this is meds.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't, do you have a,
Open now or you want to-
no. It's got a batch number. Yep, this is the biotech stuff.
Oh.
Those are meds. Those are
That's why I
meds.
didn't.
They're over-the-counter meds. They're enzymes and stuff because I don't have a pancreas and or gallbladder or spleen, and I have to have supplemental enzymes in order to digest my food correctly, which sucks because they're expensive. Anyway, that's what that is. I don't know why. Oh yeah, it came from Phoenix because that's where it is. Didn't come from Tempe because that's where meds usually come from. Totally different thing. Ooh, Happy Meal. Actually, no, Charlotte, it is Happy Meal because when I can digest my food, I'm a happy girl. What's that saying? If mama's not happy, nobody's happy.
So true.
It's so true. Okay, so we're looking a little bit more blended here. Love this color. It's amazing. Very, very blendy. That's a technical term. Come down here like this. Now, you know what? Before I did it, I forgot a spot on her body. See that? That is her shoulder. It's like missing an ear, you know? Oh, you know, Charlotte, really, honestly, I should be dead right now because I had pancreatic cancer and they found it remarkably early because of another issue. So if I have to take enzymes, it's a small thing. Really is. I am happy to be here. So yeah, it's just, I'll take all the enzymes you want. I'll take all kinds of stuff. As long as it doesn't make me into a zombie or puke my guts out. Sorry about the TMI. I'm happy.
I'm happy you're here too.
Oh my gosh, Pat, I love cereal. I was just having, I just had some acupuncture sessions because I'm recovering from cancer. Anyway, I'm going to start with the chestnut on her shoulder and try that squared away before I have to sign off. They told me, the Chinese doctor told me that I should not be eating or drinking. So cereal is right out. And unfortunately, I love cereal. So I can't have it right now. That's okay. That's okay. One of these days, I'm just going to be like, you know what? Screw that. I'm having cereal. I'm going to go ahead and have that chocolate. Even, I'm sorry I do it later. It's so good. I love chocolate. So, you know, you pay for it, but that's like they told me not to drink and eat at the same time because it would interfere with my digestion. Like, don't drink liquids while I'm eating. And for a year, I did that. And really, truly, I honestly didn't see where it was benefiting me too much. That went right out the window. So I'm just taking all three of my colors, the chestnut, the clay rose, and the eggshell pink. I'm seashell pink. And I'm filling in this shoulder here. And I'm just doing like very thin layers so I can knock this out real quick because I want to be able to have it sort of done-ish. And so you guys can see what it's supposed to look like. Instead of her having an uncolored shoulder, she will have a pigmented shoulder. Yep. Do, do, do. Charlotte, you know what? I'm thankful that I beat it too. Oh my gosh. For a while there, I wasn't going to, because after I had the first surgery, in which they took out, it was basically like a gastric bypass, which I never would have opted for, but because the recovery time is long. But I'm still recovering from the last surgery. But for a while, I didn't think I was going to, because I didn't know how to eat after bypass surgery, after the Whipple procedure that they gave me. And no one told me. No one told me how to eat, what I could not eat. So I lost like 35 pounds in a week and a half. And yeah, I seriously thought I was going to just lay on my couch and die. And I was panicking. But that didn't happen. I made a billion phone calls until I found somebody with an answer. And I just took it from there and made everybody aware of how unhappy I was that they didn't help me. Before that, surveys, when you come up in the hospital, they send you the little surveys. And they want to know how your hospital stay was and how your aftercare went and all that. Well, I let them have it, because I was just appalled. I went through the worst experience in the hospital, because they roomed me with someone with a psychological flag, who apparently was married to someone else with a psychological flag and threatened to kill people while I was in the room, while I was there. And yeah, you talk about scary. You can't get up and run away. You're in a hospital bed. So anyway, that being said, I'll let them have it. You want to know how my hospital stay was? Oh my goodness. And then somebody told me that I could have sued because of that. And I was like, yeah, I don't have the energy. Sorry.
Joey wants to know, can you do juicing? Beneficial.
Juicing is very high in carbs. And I do not do well with a lot of carbs. It's the carbs speed up your metabolism, and I need to keep my metabolism at a relatively low pace. I'm not going to go into why, but I'm sure you can guess. And that has been suggested to me before. In fact, someone offered to give me their juicer, and I understand that they're quite expensive. And I was like, I can't use it. I'm sorry, I can't use it. I won't use it. So I do what I can. I with protein, and I tend to stay away from sugar. So I use a lot of substitutes, which I would rather not do. I've cut a lot of stuff out of my diet. In fact, like a lot of stuff that I love. I have a huge sweet tooth, which sucks. One of my favorite things in the world is Safeway cake with buttercream frosting. And I could probably make myself, well, before the surgery, I could probably have made myself sick eating that, because I love it so much. I could just like, yeah, I'm going to have cake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and my snack, and before bed. How about that? Because I really, really, I know it's awful to say, but I really love that cake and frosting. In fact, Mark's always teasing me. He was always teasing me, would you like a little cake with your frosting? And it's all sugar. I mean, it's totally sugar. It's sugar with sugar mixed in. So anyway, yeah, that's extreme carbs, those empty carbs, which are even worse for me than juicer carbs, than like, you know, high carb food like fruits, sweet fruits, and pastas and rice and stuff like that, which is good for me. They told me to eat carbs, but they told me they told me I needed carbs because they have more calories. And I said, okay, you want to know what happens to me? And then you can take me out to lunch, okay? Or how about if I just come over to your house and we can have a high carb lunch and then you can handle it after that. Anyway, yeah. Juicing, I would love to. It's not a good thing. What do I eat? I eat balance carbs and protein. I try to do more protein than carbs. I eat a lot of natural foods that are low carb. Eat fruit. I eat small portions of fruit. Salad is generally lower in carbs because if I don't put a lot of tomatoes and mushrooms on it, it can be lower in carbs. And I love lettuce, so that's cool.
And chicken is our friend.
Chicken, meats, fish, things like that. A lot of fish. I love fish. And shrimp, shellfish kind of stuff. If I could grow my own stuff, I would absolutely love that. But we're in Arizona and our growing season is very short, twice a year. And I got like these itty bitty ears of corn and 7 pea pods.
You get carrots, though.
We did get carrots. We got carrots. I left them in over the winter and they actually grew kind of big. So the carrots were cool, but carrots are high in carbs. They're a sweet root. It's like potatoes are high in carbs too. I can only do potatoes once in a while. And I can only do rice unless it's arboreal rice, which is lower in carbs than like white rice or jasmine rice. And basmati. Basmati is my favorite. How come live streams always turn to food? I guess everyone has food in common though, right? Yes, Sparkle. I am diabetic. Pat, I do eat sweets in very, very small amounts unless my blood sugar plummets, in which case I have to have a spike. Because I don't have a pancreas, I have nothing to regulate my blood sugar except for insulin and food. And when my blood sugar goes down really low, I have to regulate it by eating something with sugar. And if it goes up really high, I have to give myself a larger dose of insulin. So, and the insulin, the fast-acting insulin only lasts 4 hours. I'm awake because it only lasts for 4 hours. If I'm sleeping, that's a little bit different because I'm not using half as much energy. And generally, when I wake up, my blood sugar is pretty good. It's usually between like I don't know, 80 and 29 or something, which is not bad at all. Not when you consider the whole thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to this eggshell. Oh, seashell. Why do I keep calling it eggshell? Because it's not. I have eggs on the mind. Oh, eggs. I can eat eggs. Actually,
5 minutes.
I actually had a friend who was trading me for stuff for duck eggs. She'd come over, I'd give her herbs, she'd give me duck eggs, and man, are they good. Huge. They're a little fattier than chicken eggs, which is fine because even though I can't really digest fat, it makes them taste really good. So that's cool. And if I could do it. But finding someone that I trust that doesn't feed their chickens crap food or their ducks crap food, you know? Like the people next door, they were feeding their chickens, I don't know what. But I got some eggs from her one time and I was like, these taste weird. Anyway, yeah, the duck eggs are really yummy. I could totally go for those.
I don't know what Sparkle's saying. Mine was 101. That was in February.
Yours was 101. Sparkle, are you talking about your blood sugar level? Pat, I know jasmine rice is so yummy. And yes, Shalene, corn is super high in carbs. Artie's having cereal too. Fried Flintstone eggs. Yeah.
Exactly how long do you have to cook a dinosaur egg to get hard boiled?
Mark wants to know how long you have to cook a dinosaur egg to get it hard boiled. That is a good question. And we're a horse watering trough. So she's coming along. I'm not sure. I copied this onto this paper a while back because I was just copying off a bunch of Mariola Budek stuff. I'm getting to the point where I don't really like the cardstock anymore, and I just want to put everything on colored paper.
Joey says to ask Wilma.
Ask Wilma. Oh my gosh. Hi, Wilma. So funny, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's what she looks like so far. What do you guys think? She's still a little pink. I have to even that out with the seashell pink. But the flowers are going to be fun. I'm not sure what they are, but they look like maybe tea roses. And I think I'm going to look up a butterfly picture and try to get this as realistic as possible. So I will continue to work on this in the next live stream, but Sunday, like I said, I'm going to try my best to put together a water tutorial for you guys. I know that I said I have this. I have a list. I'll show you. I have this huge list of stuff. Notebook that somebody sent me. We're going to do a bokeh background. We got drawing glass, water drop tutorial. See, it's right there. And then I've got all these other things, videos that I want to do. That's where it stops. But I've got little pieces of paper over here with other things. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of stuff here. You guys want to do drawing manga. You want to do burnt edge papers and all kinds of stuff. And I want to get to everything because it's all fun. So yeah, we will do stuff. We will definitely do stuff. Oh, I got enough stuff lined up to keep us busy for a while. Thank you guys. Thank you. I did kind of get a lot done. Yeah. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. Just do it when I can, Charlotte. Yeah. I know. That's all I can do really, but yeah. And then two, I can do like drawing tutorial classes. Like if we want to do faces, I can show you how to map out a face and draw a face. We can do stuff like that. I'm not, you know, hi, Victoria. How are you feeling? I did not see you come in. Okay, Kenny, sweet dreams. Thank you so much for coming by. Sleep well. Oh, Victoria, I hope you're doing better. Better. Oh, good, good. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. I'm glad. Yeah, you guys, thanks for being my dates tonight. That was cool. I had dates for Friday night. And coloring. I was going to do the dark skin coloring with the dark skin Black Widow pencils in the future here. When I figure out when I'm going to do it, I'll tell you guys which picture I'm going to use. We can always use the Queen one that I just did. We can always color that again. There's not a whole lot to color in that, but it is a good one for a dark skin picture. There's also stuff in Laura Rafferty's circle portraits those pictures are super cool. I mean, there's a lot of them in there. There's like 5 or 6 of them. Oh, thank you, Joey. That's sweet. And thank you, Sparkle. You're welcome. You guys are so sweet. I appreciate every single one of you so much. Okay, well, I better sign off. Let you guys get back to your lives and stuff. Like I said before, if you guys have any suggestions for anything, tutorials, coloring books, different things you want to do in coloring books, if you want me to do a comparison that you haven't seen yet, I'll do what I can do. You know, things like that. Just let me know. Drop me a note either on Instagram or comment on a video so I see it. The notifications come in really well from YouTube and Instagram as far as messages. It's the notifications of other people's streams that I don't always get. So take care, everyone, and peace and love. And remember, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Enjoy it.
Wait, remember, really quick, remember,
What?
time changes on Sunday.
Oh, yes, the time changes on Sunday.
So everybody east of us is going to be, we'll be on an hour earlier. Everybody west of us, we're going to be on an hour later.
Did you guys hear that? Why don't you come over here and say it?
Okay.
Just to make sure, because I want everybody to hear it.
Okay. For anyone that's changing their clocks on Sunday, everybody east of us, we are in Arizona, everybody east of us will be on an hour earlier. Everybody west on an hour later.
So he's got it all nailed down there. See y'all soon. Take care. And I mean that. Pat and Victoria. Pat, I hope Jackson feels better soon. Victoria, stay well. Everybody that's having trouble with their health, I hope you all feel better soon.
Give your times again.
My times. I am on Tuesdays and Sundays at 2 p.m. my time in Arizona, which will be Mountain Time come Sunday. And I am on Fridays at 5 my time. Okay? And if you need to, you can find the schedule for this stuff here. Let me see if I can get you the link. Schedule for the YouTube weekly stuff is right here. Copy. This is the weekly schedule, and I think it's up to date. Hoping it's up to date. I know she just put me in for Fridays. I'm thinking about going a little earlier on Fridays because maybe not. This worked out pretty well, but we'll see what happens. If this doesn't pan out to be a really good time, then I'll do something earlier in the evening. But okay, there you go. Bookmark that, and you will know when stuff is. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna say goodbye this time for real. Okay. Goodbye, guys. Good night. Good morning. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.